Hi, this is Sam. How are you? In Christianity, one man can marry only one wife. One man, one wife. How about in Islam? What does Islam teach? Is it same as the Christianity? One man, one wife? Or one man but multiple wives? Okay, let's take a look at that in Quran. Okay, let's take a look at chapter 4, verse 3. Now, the chapter 4 is the women chapter. Sahih International. And if you fear that you will not deal justly with the orphan girls, then marry those that please you, 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear that you will not be just, then marry only one. Or, now look at this, or those your right hand possesses. Those are slave girls, right? Now, Pickthall. And if ye fear that you'll not deal fairly with the orphans, marry of the women who seem good to you, 2, 3, or 4. And if ye fear that ye cannot do justice, then marry only one. Now look at this, or that your right hand possesses. Okay? Now, Yusuf Ali. If ye fear that ye shall not be able to deal justly with the orphans, marry women of your choice. How many? 2 or 3 or 4. But if ye fear that ye shall not be able to deal justly, then only one, marry only one, or captive that your right hand possesses. Okay, let's do a little bit of explanation right here, okay? So what? You can marry how many? You can marry 2, look at this, you can marry 2, you can marry 3, you can marry 4. Okay, let's do a little bit of explanation here. Okay, now you can marry 2, you can marry 3, you can marry 4, right? You can marry 4. But somehow you feel that you cannot deal with them fairly, you cannot deal with them justly, right? With all of them, right? You have no confidence of doing that, right? If you buy one wife cell phone, then second wife, you need to buy a cell phone. Third wife, you need to buy a cell phone. Fourth wife, you need to buy a cell phone. But somehow you feel you cannot do that, right? You cannot deal with them fairly. Then here it says, then only one. Marry only one, right? Only one. But you have sexual need that need to be met. Then other option is that you can have sex with your right hand possess. That means you can have sex with the slave girls, the girls that are captured, right? Here it says a captive. Here it says a captive, right? You don't have to worry about meeting their or dealing with them justly. You don't have to worry about that. Here it says to prevent you from doing injustice. If you have not only one captive, but you have 2 captives or 3 captives or 4 slave girls, right? You can have sex with any of them as much as you want and you need, right? But with the wives, of course, you can have 2, you can have 3, you can have up to 4. But if you fear that you cannot deal with them justly, here it says, then marry with only one. So what is the Quran teaching? Quran teaching is that you can have up to 4, okay? You can have up to 4 wives, right? As we read in the Quran, we saw that a man can have up to 4 wives, right? 2, 3, 4 wives. Is that also true for women? Can women have up to 2, 3, 4 husbands? No? Why not? Why not? How come one man can have four, up to four wives, but women can have only one. Is that fair? Okay, let's take a look at tafsir, and see why a man can have up to four wives. What's the justification? Okay, why does Allah allow man can have up to four? What's the reason why man can have up to four? Okay, I came to QuranX.com. Here's a tafsir, Malduri, right? Let's go all the way down and find out what's the reason for Allah allowing a man to have up to four wives. Okay, let's go all the way down. Here it is. They are born people who, even if they wished, cannot remain content with the one wife. Okay, it's saying that basically they cannot help it. Okay, they cannot have their sexual desires met with one wife. It's not possible. Polygamy comes to their rescue and saves them and the society in general from the harms of unlicensed sexual indulgences. That is why the Quran allows polygamy to such people with the explicit conditions of doing justice to all the wives. Okay, why Allah is allowing to have multiple wives? So that the man's sexual need can be met. I think this suggests that women's sexual need can be met by only one. I just wonder if some women, they have great sexual need and one man is not enough. Can those women have more than one husband, like 2 husbands, 3 husbands, and 4 husbands? So their sexual needs will be met? The Quran says no. No. Let me ask a question to sisters. Is it okay for you, for your husband to have another wife or other wives than you? Is that something you can say, wow, I'm so excited that my husband not only have me, but he can have another one, he can have another one, he can have another one. Is that something that you can be so happy about that? Let's take a look at Yusuf Ali again. He says, marry women of your choice, 2, 3, 4. But if you cannot deal with them justly, then marry only one. Not only one, but actually you have a sex slave, right? Right hand possess. What about the Bible? What does the Bible say? In Matthew 19:4-5, haven't you read, he replied, that at the beginning the Creator made them male and female, husband and wife, and said, for this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh. Now, as we saw, do you want 2 or 3 or 4? Or, as in the Bible says, a man unite to his wife. One man, one wife. One man, one wife. That's what the Bible says. Quran says, well, one man, but he can have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sisters, which one do you think is really better? Be honest with yourself. Do you really believe the Quran is the better? 2, 3, or 4? Or if you cannot be just, then 1. Is that really better, or you like the Bible better? A man and his wife. 1 husband, 1 wife. I hope you say, I want my husband to have me as only wife, not the other or not the others. Yes? then I suggest you choose the Bible over the Quran. Then I suggest you choose Jesus over Allah. Well, that's what Bible teaches. One man, one woman. May the Lord bless you, and I pray that you make a right choice. Jesus or Allah. I pray that you will choose Jesus. He's the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Shalom. This is Sam. I really pray that you'll be blessed. That may God give you peace and joy and happiness in your life.